Relocating to Boise, the Treasure Valley, and the surrounding areas is certainly the popular thing to do right now. But why? In this video, I'm going to try to help answer the why. So this is the why I moved to Boise. What's up, everybody? I'm Sean Tomich with the Living in Boise group, and if this is your first time to the channel, then subscribe and tap that bell below, wherever it's at. There it is. Tap that bell below so you don't miss a thing. I get so many calls. It's springtime, winter, springtime, and so things are heating up, and when things heat up here, our market heats up. So last week I got about 14 or so calls, Zoom calls with people really interested in relocating to Boise. So call me, email me, text me, days, nights, weekends. I've got your back when it comes to moving to Boise. Well, if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm a Boise native, born and raised here, absolutely love it. And so I can't actually answer the why I moved here. But I can tell you I've traveled all over the country for work and for careers and numerous other reasons. And there's literally no other place that I would choose to raise my family. Like I said, I've been all over the country, and this is it. It's just for numerous reasons, but to give you the reason people are moving here, I wouldn't be able to best answer that, but they can. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to get those opinions from the people that are moving here and share them with you. So number one, this is my client Robin. I helped Robin and Michael find a beautiful home in Caldwell just I got them in right before Christmas. And so this is what Robin has to say, what her reason was in moving to Boise.
Hey Sean, the number one reason why we decided to make the move to Idaho was for the freedoms Idaho offers, for us to be able to choose what we think is best for our family.
So Robin's number one reason was freedom. And we do have a lot of freedom here, especially compared to anywhere that's close to either the East Coast or the West Coast. It's very much different here. We don't have any mask mandates. No one's going to ask you for proof of vaccination or your vaccination card to go and eat anywhere, dine anywhere, shop anywhere. No one's going to ask you for any of that. And there's very few and far places that you do actually have to put a mask on to go in, which would maybe be a hospital and the airport. But other than that, that's it. So number 2 and number 3 are Laura and Nate. I just helped Laura and Nate relocate from Portland, and they got a beautiful home in Star. And this is what their number one reasons for relocating to the Treasure Valley are.
Hey Sean, Nathan and Laura. So you asked us what our top reasons was for moving to Idaho, and that's really hard because we have more than one. So I guess for me, it would be that the people there are so friendly and nice, and the area is beautiful. I love the Treasure Valley.
And for me, it would be just better quality of life and getting out of the hustle and bustle in Portland, Oregon. Thank you.
See you in Idaho.
So number 2 was friendly and nice people, as Laura said, and I'd absolutely agree with that. When you're born and raised in an area where the culture is very respectful, people let people in on their freeway, let people in front of them when they're driving, open doors for people. That's what I do. That's the way I was raised, and a lot of people here are that way. And when people move here, they see that, and they see, oh, people are nice here, I should be nice as well. And so that kind of breeds an environment that is friendly and welcoming of people. And I would have to say that out of everyone that's come in and traveled here or come and look at homes here, that's one of the number one things that they say about here is that just people are friendlier and nicer. And we have a different quality of life here. And I think that has a lot to do with it. You'll notice that when you get to areas of the country that the quality of life is a lot different. People aren't as nice and friendly. So I would absolutely agree with that. Number 3, Nate had mentioned better quality of life, getting away from the big city and the hustle and bustle and not having tents everywhere. And again, they're coming from a big city that tents and homeless and things like that's a normal thing. And when you come here, there isn't a tent set up anywhere. And if there was, it would be taken down very, very quickly. There are no tents here unless Barnum and Bailey is here for the weekend. And that's it. So both of those I completely agree with. Awesome facts to bring up. So number 4, it just so happens that one of my agents on my team, Scott, he actually transferred in from California just over a year ago. And so we're going to actually go and talk with Scott and see what Scott has to say and what was his reason that he relocated to the Treasure Valley. All right, Scott.
What's going on, Sean?
So what was your number 1 reason for relocating to the Treasure Valley?
Get away from...
If you can take it down to 1.
If I could take it down to 1? Probably California politics and the crime.
So what was going on in California that you had to get away from?
Just politics just aren't for the Californians themselves. And the crime, my car living in the East Bay in Contra Costa County got broken into twice in a matter of a 2-month period. And after that, I just said it was done because of what the cost of my neighborhood was to live in and not feel safe there anymore. Okay. So that's the main reason why I moved out here, was my car getting broken into and things around my house getting messed with too much and not having any control or being able to take care of it or protect myself. So
Makes sense.
Pretty much why I'm out here. And love my job, love selling real estate out here. Get out here, everybody. It's beautiful.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Sean.
So number 4 was Scott's, and you're going to hear a lot of similarities between people's answers and consistency, and that's kind of Scott's as well, is the safety of being here, the security of being here, being able to protect yourself in the event that you weren't safe, and we have a lot of freedom when it comes to that. Here in Idaho, we are a concealed carry state. We are an open carry state as well. So those are a lot of the reasons that people do move here. So same thing, I completely agree with that. So now you have to hear the number 5 reason, which I am going to sneak mine in there, and mine is always the great outdoors. And that's the reason that I've lived here all my life, stayed here all my life, because everything that I do and everything that I want to do is a stone throw away. Like literally, it's wherever I want to go and do anything, I can be there in a half hour, 20 minutes. If I need to go further out to do some exploring, I'm in the mountains in less than an hour. It's awesome. And I've got a little list here of the things that I like to do, because I'll forget them if I don't list them out. But just a couple of the things that I like to do are boating, wakeboarding, fishing, hiking, biking, as in mountain biking, backpacking, paddleboarding, snowboarding, shooting, off-roading, overlanding. I was kayaking for a while. There's just so many things to do. The challenge, if you're like me and you like to do everything, is that there's only so much time, and all of this stuff takes like gear. It takes a lot of gear. You know, if you're a kayaker, you have to have a kayak. If you're paddleboarding, you have to have a paddleboard. If you're a backpacker, you have to have all the gear for backpacking, snowboarding, all this stuff. So you have to kind of narrow down the things that you love to do, and that's kind of what I do. Is I pick and choose the ones that I'm really passionate about, because also it gets really expensive too, like overlanding and things like that. I mean, having all of the gear and the tents, different tents for everything that you're doing, etc. It becomes a lot. So, but it's winter right now. Winter going into spring. In fact, today is March 21st. There you go. So, but it's still kind of considered winter, and in winter, for like someone like me, it's hard. You're limited on some of the things you can go out and do. If you enjoy snowmobiling, that's really big, but really skiing, snowboarding, that's the popular winter thing to do, and that's what I enjoy doing. So we're very fortunate here in Idaho. We have 19 ski resorts that you can get to. If you live here in the Treasure Valley, the most popular one is Bogus Basin. I can literally see it when I look out my office. I can look right at Bogus Basin. It's literally that close. That's where all of us locals go to, because it's 45 minutes from town and you're on the hill skiing and snowboarding. So that's what we're gonna do. Is I'm gonna go ahead and take you up to Bogus right now. So let's go take a drive and let's go down the hill and check it out. like I've been telling you, if you're interested in moving to Boise and the surrounding areas, then you just got to give me a call, text, email, days, nights, weekends. I've got your back when it comes to moving to Boise.